Hello everyone, today in this video we will learn everything about coagulation. So we all know whenever there is bleeding after a cut, it gets stopped and this process is simply called as coagulation. So coagulation is major hemostatic function responsible for prevention of bleeding. Hemo here is for blood and static is for stop. So to stop the blood after bleeding is called coagulation. Next is mechanism of blood coagulation. So it involves three steps. First is formation of prothrombin activator. It is also called as thromboplastin. This prothrombin activator is formed by series of coagulation cascade that we will learn afterwards. Second is conversion of prothrombin activator to thrombin. Now this thrombin will convert fibrinogen into fibrin, and this fibrin will make a clot. It will form a thread-like structure. Suppose this is a cut, so this fibrin will form mesh-like structure and will stop bleeding. Now let's learn the coagulation factor with the help of very common mnemonic, and the mnemonic is fresher party tonight, come let's sing and call senior, please have fun. It's very simple. Fresher party tonight, come let's sing and call senior, please have fun. For fresher is our fibrinogen, P is for prothrombin, tonight's T is for tissue thromboplastin, comes C is for calcium, let's L is for labile factor, S for stable factor, N for anti-hemophilic, call C is for Christmas factor, S for Stewart-Brewer factor, Stewart-Brewer factor, please P is for PTA, plasma thromboplastin activator, have H for Hegeman factor, and fun F for last one is fibrin stabilizing factor. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, then it is 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Now let's jump to the very important coagulation cascade. It has two pathways, which are intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. Whenever there is trauma to the blood vessel, it is called extrinsic pathway, whereas the pathway which starts within the blood is called intrinsic pathway. So what we have to form is factor number 10 in both these pathways. Intrinsic pathway have many factors and extrinsic pathway has only one factor, which is factor number 7. Intrinsic pathway begins with factor number 12, and then to descending order we have to write numbers. From factor number 12 it get converted to factor number 11. Then we will not write 10 because it is the factor which we are forming at the end. Okay, so 12, 11, now 9. Extrinsic pathway begins when there is injury to the tissues, then release TF, that is tissue factor. Tissue factor is released from the damaged tissue. And this tissue factor will convert factor number 7 to activated factor number 7. A for activated factor number 7. Factor number 12 gets activated. Now this activated factor 12 convert factor number 11 to activated factor 11. This factor number 9 is converted to activated factor number 9 by activated factor 11. This activated factor 9 convert factor number 8 to activated factor number 8. Now this tissue factor from extrinsic pathway and activated 7 factor will convert factor number 10 to activated factor number 10. And in intrinsic pathway, this activated number 9 and activated number 8 will convert factor number 10 to activated factor number 10. Now we have to learn 3 digits: 5, 2 and 1. Okay, so this activated number factor 10 will convert factor number 5 to activated factor number 5. This activated factor number 5 will convert factor number 2 into activated factor number 2, and this 2 is here prothrombin to thrombin. Okay, so lastly this thrombin will convert fibrinogen to fibrin, and fibrinogen is factor number 1. So 1 will be converted to activated factor number 1 by thrombin, that is fibrinogen is converted to fibrin, and this fibrin will form mesh-like network in the damaged blood vessel and will stop bleeding. So this is all about coagulation cascade. Hope you understood the video. Thanks for watching.